Welcome back. We are us, and this is Pathfinder, and there's something I'd like you to see.
Godspeed.
And now, for the piece de resistance. I don't understand these cities that mortals love so much. Stone, stone, and more stone. All the doors are so close to the ground, and they're all the same shape. Why don't they ever put the door on the top floor and slide down to the ground instead? Why did they even want to go outside if it's no fun out there? If somebody built a fountain full of jam, say, I'd understand. The sudden voice from over your shoulder drops to an excited whisper. Or a chocolate tree so people could break off a branch and munch on as they pass by. Who's speaking? Me. A tiny female dragon and evident chocolate tree enthusiast emerges from behind you. Don't tell me you didn't notice the cute little dragon following you. Well now, cute little dragon, if that's true, why did you only just start speaking now? Maybe I was a little shy. After all, we don't know each other. I had to take a look around and get used to things. Everything about the material plane is so weird and gray and stony, especially Dresden. Despite the fact that we not only know it already, but can see it plainly here. What's your name, dragon? Aivu, because I'm little. In my family, our names get longer as we get bigger and older. Just imagine how funny it would be otherwise. Imagine being a 5-year-old dragon, barely hatched, but they already call you Reslarabin, or Thuliak, or something like that. The little dragon snorts, and you conclude that this is her way of laughing. So, where did you come from? What did you mean? What do you mean, where did I come from? I flew all the way here to you. Well, I moved between the planes a tiny little bit, and I flew the rest of the way to you. You've always wanted to have a dragon of your own, haven't you? Who wouldn't want their own dragon companion? If I ever met someone who doesn't want a dragon of their very own, I'll make sure to keep my distance from them. They clearly have a few screws loose. That's what I'm saying. The little dragon nods knowingly. So, you don't like Dresden much then? It's not that I don't like it. You can have fun here too, but I like my home in Elysium more. The little dragon frowns comically. That makes sense though. After all, we're fighting the demons and they make everything around them dull and nasty. But you're going to stop them soon, right? Oh, speaking of demons and fighting, you really need to head out to this beautiful ridge outside Dresden as fast as you can. Your friends are waiting for you there. There's something urgent and important they need to tell you. What friends? Oh, they're so nice. They were really happy to see me. They really want to see you. I only flew past them the once, so I don't know much, but it must be important. What's waiting for me this time? Something really fun. You'll see. And just like that, we've landed on our decision. Granted, I'm not really a fan of the performance thing, but I mean, what can you really do? Not all of them can be winners. Also, I did notice something interesting when... what's the word I'm looking for? I did notice something interesting between the 3 paths that were of interest to me. Of the 3, only 2 of them offered something now, but seemed to lack anything of concrete value. Immediate concrete value aside from that, and it appears to lack anything of interest until you put further levels into your mythic path. Whereas the 3rd one, the trickster path, that one offers very little now for considerable gain later on. At least that's the way it looks to me. Now, as for our present, I've already taken care of everything, all of the boring stuff that is to be done, which is rather considerable. There are houses to go through and loot to get. I've done everything except talk to Dayran because, well, I spoke to him with the Lich Path, well, while I was still playing the Lich Path, and told him that I knew his secret. Oh, that was fascinating. It ended poorly, but it was fascinating. So, I've spoken to everyone else. I've bought all of the equipment that I could. And so, the save that I'm about to load has all of that done, and we're going to be back inside the Citadel. So I'll see you guys in but a moment. Assuming I click the right one. It's this one, right? Or is it this? It's this one, right? No, it's definitely this one. Okay, so the reason we are... Is he just standing there like a guard? See, the interesting thing about Aivu is that I can use her as a proxy for Morrow and have and have her speak to people for me because, well, check out her movement speed. She doesn't drag her feet like Morrow does, which is huge. But, as I was saying, the reason why we're here, I think we already spoke to Anevia, right? Yeah. So we already got all of the information about the underground tunnels or whatever it is the demons may be using to get near us. So we'll figure that out sooner or later. Right now, we have to manage Crusade affairs because there's something really interesting I saw that I want to look into a little further. Okay, so a problem with 9 lives. The quartermasters brought cats to Dresden so that they could keep the stores safe. Okay, I guess we've got this now. Now that you have captured Dresden, new options for the Crusade have become available to you. You can now construct buildings in forts and Dresden, issue decrees, and capture and investigate new regions. Both mercenary and trainable units will appear at the commander's headquarters in Dresden. The demon armies will try to take Dresden from you. Destroy them, or else after 7 days of siege, Dresden will be completely blockaded by enemy forces, and you will no longer be able to command the Crusade. Developing each of the Crusade stats opens up new options that empower your armies and economy. Military forces on drilling and training units. Recruit both trainable and mercenary units to improve the rank of your military stat. Logistics focuses on economy and construction. Construct buildings to improve the rank of your logistics stat. Diplomacy focuses on establishing contacts with mercenaries and foreign nations. Enhance the significance of the Crusade by earning resources of all types to improve the rank of your diplomacy stat. Leadership focuses on morale in army generals. Win battles and level up your generals to improve the rank of your leadership stat. Once the rank up requirements for one of the Crusader stats have been met, you will unlock the corresponding decree. Blah blah blah. Gain new resource points each day. Prevailing over. Yeah. Good lord. Oh, we have so freaking much. I was hoping just to get something done really quickly and then get out of here, but from the look of things, I'm going to be here for a little bit. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to take care of everything else except this relics thing. And once they are really close, aren't they? And once I'm done with that, then we'll come back and we'll see what the relics tab is all about. So, I see you, well, in what's going to be for you a mere moment. Okay. I have spent about an hour managing crusade affairs. It's not boring like I was expecting it to be. But good God. It's not boring. It's a little annoying. Like what I want to be doing is stabbing demons in the face. I like stabbing demons in the face. They have very stabbable faces. Unfortunately, for some reason, I have to also manage a crusade. And it takes so much time to do.
Our path leads on.
Anyway, I think I couldn't take care of any of the relics like I wanted to, and even if I had tried, it would have taken days to make any progress with them. It's really annoying, the system they have. I get why it's like that. It's still annoying. So I can't do anything with all of the relics that I have, especially the Soul Shear, which is one of the ones I can apparently have reworked, because otherwise I really just don't have any actual use for it. But anyway, let's actually get something done, because times are wasting and I have work tomorrow. And then Morrow slowly meanders his way over to the door, because there's no way to quickly leave a building. Oh, great. Great, and of course, she is bugged again.
We'll see this through.
Anyway, while he slowly meanders his way over here, allow me to explain the situation involving the side quest Night Gamblers. And then we can head off to the inn and also get whatever his name involved with the hunt for the dragon. During the course of dealing with my duties as the commander of the frickin' crusade, I had to deal with... Great. It stopped following him for some reason. It was brought to my attention that soldiers tend to play cards in the graveyard when they're off, just to have something to do. And while it's frowned upon, they let them do it so long as it doesn't cause any issues. But recently, Sociel has been joining in with their little gambling, and last time I spoke to him, he looked away and said, "No, I'm not addicted to gambling whatsoever." Well, the quest is still up, so that's apparently not true. But there's nothing I can really do about that for now. So, instead, let's do this. We're going to head over to the inn, which is definitely this way. That's the jewelry. This is the inn. Right? No, this is the inn. Wait. Not the inn, I need the tavern, which is here. And just like that, she appears, because why the frick not? Let me quick save, because that's what I do. Also, if you clear out the demon here, he'll pay you an extra 15,000 gold coins, which is great, because that was easy. And why the frick not? What we're after, however, is over here.
How can I help you?
I guess this isn't the save where we went back and talked to him. Not really interested either, so I want to try hire you for a dragon hunt.
A large adult female? The one that's been snatching people and carrying them off? I've heard about her. That's an impressive target. I can take this job, but only if we do it soon. I'm expecting a new assignment from my regular client, and I'll have to leave as soon as I have the orders. And of course, you should know that this dragon will not come cheaply. 2,500 gold, paid in advance.
Well, it's not like I really have a choice. Even though I don't actually need him. Whatever.
Excellent. Let's get down to business. It's no easy thing to take down a dragon when you don't have wings.
I was hoping he was going to say Huns,
Follow
but...
my lead. The best thing would be to catch her by surprise in her lair, but we need to find it first. Of course, since she doesn't leave tracks, that might be tricky, but I think I have a solution. We need to go west of Dresden, to the Grimwood Forest.
Okay.
The dragon's been seen there often. According to the scouts, this is likely because there's still some wild game left in those parts. We'll set up an ambush there. I hope I can rely on your honesty. I understand that on our way to the dragon, there may be other fights or places we need to visit for various reasons. That's to be expected. However, should I see that you are deliberately delaying the contract, or that you're dragging me off to assault some demon citadel instead of going after the dragon, we will have to revise the terms of our agreement.
Yeah. Ooh. But also there is the fact that I don't really cast Cone of Cold. See, I don't like that. Belt of Giant Strength. Don't really need anything like that. Okay, so first things first, let's check the journal to see if we absolutely have to make sure that we absolutely have to. Anyway, where was I? Dragon Hunt, right? Okay. I really hope I'm expecting that I have to, but I'm really hoping that I don't actually need to travel there with him. It'd be really nice if he just shows up once I get there, because I don't want him in the party. I've got a very nice balance going on where everyone kills things except for Morrow. He more or less just facilitates everyone else's killing things, but okay, so we need to head all the way down here, which is going to take forever because of Morrow dragging his feet. Where are we? This should be the exit, right? Let me quick save before freaking city bursts into flames or something.
Godspeed.
Oh, crap. Just... oh, God. I can't even leave. The one thing I really hate about this, and the way things are right now, is that it takes forever to get anywhere in this goddamn city. There are no quick travel points, so you have to sit and watch your character drag his or her feet based on whatever their movement speed is, because, you know, they can't just move quickly on the map. So now I have to decide who to get rid of, because I undoubtedly have to bring Grey Boar with me, because why the frick not? I need the healer, I need Seela, I need Lan. The only two who are less... How the freaking great. Of course I do. Grey Boy said wherever it is we need to go is to the west. So I need to also go down here to Winter Sun, but what level is Grey Boar right now? Grey Boar is currently level 9, so there's literally only one level to spend for him. I also want to strip him of every single weapon he's got, and while that's an option, it just doesn't seem worth it. So let's get this turned in and dealt with. He's a Slayer. We have the horse for the athletic and mobility checks. With his perception being so low, how has he managed to survive up until now? Though I do appreciate him having high stealth. I don't need him for perception. Seela's horse beats him all day, every day when it comes to athletics and mobility. Lan is up to 11 with trickery. Great. Combat style feat. That's weird. Yeah, he's a level 10 Slayer. Ranger's expertise manifests for bonus feats. You get a third attack with your offhand weapon, or I could get him to dodge. Toughness, because at this point he'd probably die in 2 hits. So that's an option. Interesting. An opponent that is dealt sneak attack damage by a character with this ability is affected with a targeted dispel magic, affecting one of the spell effects active on the target. Caster level for this ability is equal to the character's level. I don't know how that relates to what level of spells it can actually remove. What is this? No. 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 Hunter's Surprise. Once per day, a rogue with this talent can designate a single enemy. Only once per day. Until the end of their next turn, can add sneak attack damage to all attacks. No. 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 Jump up. Okay. No. The character can make an attack of opportunity against an opponent who has just been struck for damage in melee by another character. This attack counts as an attack of opportunity for that round and can't be used more than once. I mean, it sounded great. No archetype. At the 4th level, an executioner automatically gains this talent. A creature that takes sneak attack damage must make a successful. Well, that is already unappealing. Difficulty class equals 10 plus half of the executioner's class level, so like 5, right? Not really a fan of that. What I really want is to see his current stats. Because I don't know what his intelligence is right now. No. A rogue with this talent gains bonus on saving throws. No. Terrain mastery. Why? Let's at least see, I guess. No, just no. Immunity to difficult terrain, which is worthless. Unbalancing trick. No. No. This feat gives the character the ability to perform a dirty trick, combat maneuver, hinder a foe in melee as a standard action. If successful, the target takes a penalty limited to one of the following: blinded, entangled, or sickened. It only lasts for 1 round, and for every 5 by which your attack exceeds your opponent's defense, penalty lasts an additional round. Okay. So it's kind of obvious. Ooh, Confounding Blades. Hits a creature with a melee weapon. Target cannot make attacks of opportunity. Interesting. I like Dispelling Attack. It's got debatable value, but I don't want to be here all day, so let's just take this and go. What's this? Study an opponent. Let's see. If a character deals sneak attack damage, it studies the target. I'm going to apply that. Character gains a bonus on weapon attack and damage rolls against it. Okay. At the 10th level, bonuses as an additional. Yeah, so we have. Oh, and at the 7th level, it becomes a swift action. So there's that. So now it's used as a swift action and grants him a weapon attack bonus, weapon attack and damage bonus of 3. Okay, not bad. Double debilitation. I didn't see this. Inflicts a penalty against the target using debilitating injury. They can select 2 penalties to inflict. The target can never be subject to more than 2 in this way at one time. And additionals are... I guess that makes sense. Weapon Snatcher. He's got no trickery, so this would be terrible for him. Yeah, I didn't see some of these there before. I can literally go back and check. Yeah, some of those just weren't there. Mystery Secret? No. He would need debilitating injury for that, which just isn't an option here. Improved evasion. So he already has that. Weakening wound, he already has. Creature has damage reduction. Ah, good. Gains... This character's a... Oh, yeah, okay. Slayer Camouflage. Can't get this yet. Whatever. Let's see. Level Dreadful Carnage. Nah. Okay. Spent too long doing that. I'm bored. Oh, great. Defensive study? Oh, because he has study target. You found a way to use your perception and knowledge to better defend yourself. Your studied target ability gives you a bonus to armor class against the target of your ability, equal to the bonus this ability gives you to attack rolls, so 3. Interesting. He should only have, yeah, so he should have multiple of these to actually use. I can't select multiple ones though, I have to do them one at a time. First, let's check this spellbook for him, make sure he can't cast anything. So study target is probably an ability, which is fine. I don't think he uses his strength, so... Oh. The penalties on attack rolls for fighting with 2 weapons are reduced by 2. Interesting. I might actually go with that one. I don't know what iterative attacks is supposed to mean. He doesn't have magic, so... This will be the last one for him, so maybe I should go with this one. I think he does use strength. It said he has 6 points worth. Well, 6 plus 6 bonus. Okay, so I'm going to try and go around to here, see if it'll lead us there. Hopefully, yeah, it should. Wait, I need to check the formation. So we just can't do that here, huh? Yep, that's fine. Wait. Commander's party teleport to the target fort. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. You know I see you, right? We can swap like this and send... They're only level 4. I think they can take them. I think, but I don't believe. Okay, so let's quick save and have these guys. How do we go about this? Like this. May as well. God, it feels like forever since I've actually had the opportunity to kill something. Oh, no. These have to go. What? Yeah, so it does it like that. What the... God dang it, I should have read what the thing was. That's on me. These have to go. They will absolutely ruin things if they get near us. Yep. Here it comes. Great. Well, at least they're gone now. Just... I really wish I had sent the A team now. But the B team needs XP. So... here we are. Actually, I'll move this one back some. Looks like they decided they didn't want it. think they went defensive. Yep. Just got it. Yeah, they decided to skip their turn. Guess I'll take advantage of that. That's not good. Yeah. Which is why I didn't want to send the B team, but here we are. Because this is literally the lowest level demon army that there is on the map. Right. No, see, that was my fault. They were level 4 at one point. I know they were. Not... Level... Oh, rank 4. That's... I might have messed up. Weakening, trap, flare... Nope. Cold damage to the target unit and inflicts a penalty to speed. Things may have gone better had we not misused the trap. But it's using the icon for the fire spell that bounces between enemies, so that's what I thought was going to happen. Granted, I should have read it, but... Wait, what's this? So let's see what we can do about this really quickly. We can't do anything about that for now. Weird. Where's this one level 3? Or rank 3, I should say. Okay. I brought these in because they deal more damage, but I mean, what's the point? What's the point, really? These take damage better than these guys. I guess we'll go with that. I'll find somewhere for the paladins to go, but not right now. Wait, the shrine sacrilege right there. Okay. That's an issue for another time. Great, that's right. Because we don't have Ember, the next highest person with religion knowledge is Sela. Dreams have puzzled the minds of mortals since ancient times. Strangely, the most obvious explanation of the mystery of dreams has appeared quite recently. The most obvious, but obviously wrong one, is that dreams are but the delirium of a tired mind as it digests the day's events. Ancient humans were much smarter when they thought dreams were messages of good patrons, or the opposite, the interventions of demonic powers. In this case, both hypotheses are correct, illogical as that may be. The commander is asleep. In his anxious dreams, he sees blood-stained stones, smoking torches, rusty chains, and bars. Once again, he's in the dungeons of Dresden, chained in a cell. Huge demons lumber around, clawing at the filthy walls with a horrifying sound. Death in their fanged jaws seems imminent, but more painful still is the expectation of tortures that never begin. Unable to move, barely conscious, in a horrible semi-delirium, the commander whispers words of prayer. The sacred words disappear into the void like stones down a well. It's unlikely they reach the ears of any deity. The fever of endless expectation is broken by a whisper, a gentle breath of fresh air in the stifling darkness. The ruby eyes of a demoness peer at the commander through the bars. She is similar to the other creatures of the abyss, but also entirely dissimilar. Remember me? I'm Arushalai. You gave me the gift of freedom. Now I will set you free. The chains holding the commander's body crumble to dust. The dark visitor takes a step toward him, passing through the bars as easily as if they were made of paper, and holds out her hand. Fly with me. In response, the commander can only mumble, "Come fly with me." The succubus bursts out laughing. The dungeon disappears. Now the demoness and commander are flying over a moonlit plain. Enemies are hunting you. Demons that have somehow acquired unusual powers that are unprecedented among demons. You're also hunting them. You're trying to figure out who is sending them and where the source of their power lies. I will show you where to find the answer. A finger with a manicured claw points down to a cliff top, where stands an ancient fortress slowly crumbling to dust. A bell without a tongue, an insane crone, may it speak once more, and she won't be able to keep her silence either. Make it speak once more, and she won't be able to keep her silence either. She will give you all the answers. Wake up and try to understand what happened in the dream. Move. The images fade away. The commander opens his eyes and whispers a word. Unknown, alien, brought by the passing dream. Green Gates. The name of the fortress. If the demoness is to be believed, what a curious notion. There's a deranged crone hiding there who knows where the demons with these unheard of abilities are coming from. It will be intriguing to learn who this crone is, what she knows, and whether this dream is but a trick to lure the commander into another trap. But we cannot find out without visiting the place from the dream. Green Gates has been revealed. Where exactly? Oh, yep, that is pretty far in there, isn't it? From the look of it, I'd probably have to go all the way around here. But who knows, maybe I'll find a shortcut, like, oh, say, through Winter Sun, maybe? But for now, no. So, I can't get to the commander's court through the ruins of Ashbury Hamlet. There. No. Enemies out on this edge tend to be pretty nasty. Where does this go? Oh, how cute. What if we do this? Ah, glorious. I wish I'd noticed that earlier. We wouldn't have had to waste a day. No one else seems to be getting closer, so we'll take the opportunity. Okay. Let's quick save because this is where we're going to be ending the video once we figure out why we're here. There are a lot of weird people here. Like, a lot of people. Not many of them have names. There is Pony. As you approach, the commotion at the top of the ridge dies down for a moment before soaring to new heights. That's him! Yes! Look at the butterflies! Hello? There's a dragon here too, you know. I'm way more interesting than a butterfly, and it was me who asked Morrow to come here anyway. Who's the good little dragon? Aivu's the good little dragon. You see your old friends, the 3 Desnan adepts from Canabra, standing at the head of the crowd. Pretty sure only one of the 3 was a woman, and this is probably her. It looks like it did center on this one, so maybe. Morrow, finally! We rushed here as soon as we heard what happened in Dresden. We brought friends too, except we've only just met some of them. Allow me to introduce them. Maitress Ola Devara, the illustrious exiled alchemist. Those formidable warriors, there are... Okay, I understand how this is being said. Those formidable warriors, there are halflings from the temple of Chaldira Zazaristan, the goddess of battle and recklessness. This is the famous street artist, Maestro Aventurine, a pseudonym, of course. Rare is the administrative building in Avestan that has escaped his brush, and here in front we have our mounted gnomish contingent, the cavalry sculptors. We have all come here to help you fight the forces of the abyss. You mentioned Maitress Ola was exiled? Can you expand on that? Prejudice, that's why. The disheveled woman shakes her head in disdain. Her clothes look as though they've been singed a dozen times over and dragged through various paints at least a dozen times more. For some reason, people are prejudiced. For some reason, people are suspicious of alchemists who worship Caden Kalian, which is weird because he's just the god of basically alcohol. So that's weird. They also consider my experiments dangerous, and that's where it is. Which is utterly preposterous, for one. Science comes at a price after all, and besides, it wasn't I who created that explosion back in Absalom and raised half a block. I mean, I wasn't even there. Still, now I'm surrounded by open-minded people. I'll be able to unleash my talents and show those demons that bombs can protect us as well as any prayers. I may as well ask, what are the goddess Chaldira and her worshippers famous for? A belligerent-looking halfling. That guy salutes you with his sword. Chaldira is the goddess of mischief, battle, and luck, and a close friend of Desna, the Moon Mother. Chaldira is not the goddess of strategic planning, put it that way. As her worshippers, we charge headlong into battle, leading others into the fray, and we despise evil in all its forms. My friends and I have long wanted to support the Crusades, but this is the first time we've seen a commander we're willing to follow. In artist on a crusade. Well, we do have Social, a street artist to boot. Dusty galleries and pompous patrons aren't quite my scene. I only paint in places where everyone can see my work and appreciate its special meaning. I used to paint flowers and the sun on the walls of besieged forts to make the attacking armies realize they were destroying another's peace and joy. I once depicted the acts of Iomade in a painting in the middle of the Chilaxian capital, not because I worship her, but rather to remind the people of Cheliax that this proud, tyrant-toppling goddess was born there. I don't yet know what I'll create here in the World Wound, but I feel I must play some part in the salvation of this land. You said cavalry sculptors. Did I hear that right? Exactly. One of the gnomes sitting in the saddle grins happily, looking from head to toe a brigand. The cavalry sculptors are an ancient and revered gnomish society. In certain circles, that is. Our only rivals are the pikemen confectioners. I didn't mean to laugh. I just suddenly have a craving for ice cream. I've got ice cream in there. It's just not enough. It'll never be enough. But they don't have a noble legend that tells of the creation of their society, unlike us. According to this legend, the brave gnome knight once participated in a battle that lasted many days. He had to ride into battle down one and the same path, past one and the same boulder. Soon he was fed up with it. He started to chip off a piece of the boulder each time he rode past it, eventually carving it into a giant apple. The little game turned out to be so captivating that soon the knight's entire squad began to do the same, and then the enemy joined in too. It goes without saying that they were all gnomes. The war soon ended, but before it did, they had carved all kinds of fruits and vegetables from a dozen boulders and a couple of rocks, and all while mounted too. And that is how our noble society was born. And you're all going to join my army? Of course not, Araka replies, clearly speaking for everyone. We didn't come here to march around in neat little rows like all the crusaders who've come before us. We're here to answer the call of our hearts, and we're going to help you in every way we can. We will all do something for our cause, but we're free spirits and we take orders from no one, and we certainly do not join in other people's war games. Army discipline and the grey walls of Dresden do not stir our hearts, Morrow. Yet I know that you are the wind of change we've been waiting for. In Canabras, I witnessed your kindness, bravery, and tenacity. I'll follow you. All of us will, but we will each tread our own path. So, what am I even supposed to do with you? I know what you need to do. Knight them. Aivu whispers loudly. She continues, a little embarrassed, as Araka and the others look at her in surprise. I mean, I've been told many stories about Galarian, and that's what always happens in them. Morrow is the knight commander, right? That means he can knight you all. Ordinary knights are a bit boring, but I know Morrow can make your oath really exciting. I like the sound of that. We'll be the Free Crusaders. What do you think, Morrow? Just make up an oath for us so we can be knighted, and we'll start our campaign against the demons, and they'll tremble before us. My dear cousin Galfrey will have an apoplectic fit if she finds out about this farce. That's why I'm going to enjoy every moment of it. Just do it. I think we'll go with the Song of Elysium. Maybe... Ooh, we could end up failing that one. So, let's go with the song. Aranka the Bard joins in the song, her voice strong and clear. The rest begin to sing along, and then... Okay, I'll admit that is... Wow. Wow. Oh! Oh, wow. What was that? Where did it come from? I'll bet jar of strawberry jam it came straight from Elysium. I mean, I don't have any strawberry jam, but still. The big grown-up dragons in my family can transform their environment like this, but how did you do it? Oh, the wallflower scratches the bridge of his nose, clearly anxious. We've seen something like this happen before. Mara, it was back in Canabras in the temple where we all gathered. A glowing aura enveloped you and we heard music that wasn't actually there. Just... his voice is a little rough on me. Just the same as this time. A wondrous power dwells within you and it's growing. It manifests spontaneously. I don't know why it happens. Wallflower looks at the little patch of nature that appeared out of nowhere. We'll try to figure it out. All of us. I'll need Mitris, Allah's help, and the others too. We'll set up a camp right here on the ridge and monitor any new changes. There's not much to analyze yet. I've only witnessed 2 cases where something unusual happened around you. Both cases were spontaneous, and both times you were surrounded by people who had been helped and inspired by you. The first time it happened, you saw a vision, but now a fragment of that vision has been brought to life. Who knows? Maybe you'll be able to heal the entire world just like you healed this little patch of rock. For some reason, everyone says I've been blessed by the gods. Yes, but I'm almost certain this isn't the work of Iomade, or at least not hers alone. Your power, it's like a song of freedom, of lush wilderness, of the deepest longings of the heart, of Elysium. The warriors of heaven are too proud to possess or grant such a power. This type of power is brought into the world by Azados, the children of freedom, and the deities of their plane, of whom Desna, our guiding star, is one. So what are you going to do now? We'll set up camp here. Our learned friends will observe this Garden of Elysium and study it. The artists among us will start working on their art. I'll help the Chalderan halflings prepare to launch raids against the demons. The cavalry sculptors, I have no idea what they'll do, but I hope they'll keep themselves busy somehow. Drop by in a couple of weeks, will you? We'll have settled in by then, and we may even have something else to show you, but it's a secret for now. You forgot the most important part. Honestly, what would you all do with a smart little dragon like me around? Azadas have courts. The courts of silent laughter, for example, or the court of the flaming storm. They always have such pretty names. People come to the courts freely and then stay because they like it there and have some affinity with it. That's why Morrow has to give this place a name. It's his court, after all. Much like real Azadas from Elysium, the commander can give a name to his court, which is a company of his allies and the place where they meet. I've got it. This will be the Court of Tomorrow. I like that. And it looks like we can rest here without accruing any abyssal corruption.
Do surface assassins have any hobbies? Knitting, embroidery, pottery?
Interesting question, lad. I tie strong knots and snares that tighten in an instant. I suppose you'd call that macrame?
Oh, nice. And you can can still see the little traces of the abyss in the trees, but the trees themselves are basically purified. I hope the cavalry sculptors don't go doing anything that gets them killed. That would be depressing. I don't need that. So, as promised, this is where we're going to end the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves and everything you've seen here, especially this last bit. That was an unexpected treat. I wasn't bored silly, I was bored stiff of all of the stuff I have to manage as the crusade. What is this? Sweet sleep. For 1 hour, Azada and the Azada and their companions get a +2 luck bonus on all skill checks. Interesting. Okay. As I was saying, this was an unexpected treat and definitely something I needed. We will be back tomorrow with yet another episode. Nothing has come out yet. I'm recording this on Saturday, and I haven't actually checked Steam recently. But the last time I did, why does he have 2 personal favorite? The Moss Pottage is his personal favorite, so he gets additional damage to a sneak attack. Well, anyway, there will be another episode tomorrow. Like I said, I've been checking Steam, hoping something else good would come along. If any of you who are watching this now were enjoying the playthrough of Fuga Melodies of Steel, I apologize. I had to stop recording it because I was just dreading. I enjoyed the game every single time I played it. For the entire time I played it, I was just so severely dreading playing it, that when it came time as part of the upload schedule to record it, I just didn't want to, and I hated that. But anyway, I'm not going to go any further into that. I'm still looking for something to accompany this game when it's uploaded, in between uploads of, what is the other game? Astria Ascending. So we'll see. I don't know how I'm going to balance the management of the crusading, because as you see, crusade morale is in the toilet. I mean, it's above 0, but the morale is dropping. Anyway, with all that said, we will see you next time.